Amara. Amara. So you want to sleep till Christmas? The banging on the metal door nearly removed the lock. Amara jumped up from the mattress, heart racing, bonnet halfway off her head. For 5 confused seconds she forgot where she was. Then the hard floor, the thin curtain, and the sound of a woman breathing like an angry generator outside her door reminded her. This was not her mother's house. This was her new job. She checked the time on her phone. 5:02 a.m. Jesus, she whispered. Is this a poultry farm? Amara. I'm coming, Ma, she shouted, voice still inside sleep. She staggered outside, eyes half closed, oversized t-shirt hanging on one shoulder. Madam stood in the corridor with hands on her waist. See how you are walking like somebody that worked in the mine. You have not even started. Good morning, Ma, Amara said softly. I just woke up. My body is still adjusting. Adjust faster. Sweep the compound before the sun comes to inspect your laziness. Amara stared at the broom like it had personally offended her. Back home, sweeping was something that happened in the background of her life like Wi-Fi. Now she was the Wi-Fi. As she dragged the broom across the ground, she muttered, "This is not the soft life God promised me." By 6:30 a.m., her back hurt, her eyes burned, and Madam had already given 6 instructions without breathing in between. Wash plates. Boil water. Rinse beans. Don't waste gas. Why are you slow? Move like you have a future. Amara blinked. Ma, I'm just one person. Madam paused and looked at her properly. My friend, life will not reduce its problems because you are one person. That sentence followed Amara all morning like background music she didn't ask for. On Sunday, she decided she would reclaim her peace. She woke up early on purpose, wore her silk bonnet properly, and sat on the small bed with her journal. Today, she wrote, I choose softness, alignment, and gentle energy. She lit a tiny candle she had brought from home. Madam's voice came from the sitting room. Amara, come and clean the bathroom tiles. Visitors are coming next week. Amara closed her eyes. Ma, today is Sunday. I wanted to do small self-care. Care for the tiles first. They have not cared for themselves since 1998. But Ma, bring that yourself and come. 30 minutes later, Amara was on her knees scrubbing like she was trying to erase her past. That afternoon she gathered courage. Ma, can we talk? Madam narrowed her eyes. Is it bad news? No, Ma. Just communication. Madam, Saturday talk. I just want to set a boundary. Washing plates and clothes at the same time overwhelms me. I function better when I focus on one task. Madam stared at her for a long moment, then stood, went inside, and came back with 2 buckets of water. She dropped them in front of Amara. Carry one with each hand. Balance them to the bathroom. That is your boundary. Amara almost cried. Ma, that's not what I meant. That is what life means. 2 days later, Amara tried again after Madam shouted because she forgot to add salt. Ma, when you raise your voice like that, it affects my mental health. Madam froze. Mental what? My mental health. The environment feels toxic sometimes. Madam gasped like Amara had accused her of murder. So now my house is poisonous? No, Ma, I just. Madam was already dialing her pastor. That evening, a prayer session happened in the sitting room. Any spirit of laziness. Pastor shouted. Out. Madam responded. Amara knelt there, wondering how she became a deliverance project. The real disaster happened on Thursday. Amara was sweeping while watching TikTok. She laughed, scrolled, laughed again, still sweeping the same corner. Madam walked past once. Twice. The dirt remained like a loyal friend. She quietly collected the phone. 5 minutes later, Amara turned around. Where is my phone? Madam held it up. This is the reason this place still looks like a village square. Ma, please, that's how I relax small. You will relax when work relaxes. Ma begged. Go and wash clothes. That night, Amara lay on her bed, staring at the ceiling. Her chest felt tight. She recorded a voice note to her friend. I thought this job would be small stress. I just wanted to help my mom with money. But I feel like I'm failing every day. I can't even do anything right here. Her voice broke. I miss home. She didn't know Madam had come to drink water and heard everything. The next morning Madam still shouted, Why are you peeling yam like you are apologizing to it? But at lunch, Amara noticed 2 pieces of meat in her plate instead of 1. She looked at Madam. Ma, is this for me? Madam didn't look up. Do you see another Amara here? Something shifted, small but real. Days passed. Amara became faster. Not perfect but better. She learned Madam liked things done immediately, not eventually. One evening, Madam came into the kitchen holding her phone. This phone is misbehaving. It is talking but I cannot hear. Amara took it. You pressed voice note, Ma. You have to hold it. Madam tried again. Ihin. Good evening, Sister Ngozi. Can you hear me now? Amara smiled for the first time that week. Later, she taught Madam how to take selfies. Madam stretched her arm too far, face looking confused. Smile small, Ma, Amara said. Madam tried. It looked like she was about to scold someone. They both burst into laughter. That night, Madam posted the picture on WhatsApp status with the caption, Soft life loading. Amara screamed when she saw it. Ma, you know soft life. Madam shrugged. I am loading small. The house didn't become peaceful overnight. Madam still shouted. Amara still got tired. But now sometimes they talked. Why do you like all these creams? Madam asked one night. It makes me feel put together, Amara said. Like I'm not just struggling. Madam was quiet. When I was your age, I was washing people's clothes to go to school. No cream. Only hope. Amara looked at her differently after that. One afternoon, as Amara rushed to bring in clothes before rain started, she slipped and almost fell. Madam grabbed her arm quickly. Careful. Madam snapped, but her hand didn't let go immediately. Injury is expensive. Amara nodded. Thank you, Ma. That evening they ate in silence, but it wasn't heavy. Weeks later, Amara woke up before Madam for the first time. She swept without being told. Madam came out and paused. Amara grinned. Soft life but with sense now. Madam tried not to smile. Don't worry. Life will still add more sense. They both laughed. The shouting didn't disappear. The stress didn't vanish. But understanding grew where frustration used to live. Amara stopped seeing Madam as a villain. Madam stopped seeing Amara as useless. One morning Madam called from the kitchen. Amara. Amara answered loudly. Coming, Ma. She rushed in, moving fast. Madam looked at her and shook her head. You are still soft. Amara winked. But now I'm strong soft. Madam snorted. Go and fry egg. As Amara worked, she smiled to herself. This house had reset her, yes. But she had reset something here too. And if you've ever had a moment where life didn't go soft on you, but still shaped you into something better, you already understand this story. Go ahead and tap like if you felt that growth. Drop a comment about a time life reset you. And if you enjoy real, funny, emotional stories like this, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Because sometimes soft life is the goal, but strength is the journey that gets you there.